Hello, Scorpio. Luna is opposing Pluto on the 1st, but also trine Mars on the 1st. So it's going to be a little crazy this month. Now let's see how your ruling planets of Mars and Pluto are going to affect you this month, Scorpio. I'm Pastor Rosemary. Thank you for joining us. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Scorpio angel Barchiel, who resides over your fixed water nature, and these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, of course, love, the most important. Again, it's going to be a little crazy. This is your love transmission from Muriel. This month, the Luna opposing Pluto on the 1st is going to put you into a difficult situation with people with powerful attributes in the sign of Cancer. It's also going to put your unconscious mind in conflict with your subconscious mind. And heads up, because the unconscious mind always wins. Okay? In other words, your id is going to overcome your emotions. Alright? And the ego is the emotions. So the id is going to overcome the ego. Just in time for the superego to get in there and the parent to parent you. It's your own inner parent. That'll be necessary. Luna will trine Mars, though, on that same day, on the 1st of February. So your tendency to want to make peace through your subconscious emotions, that with your ego, you feel that you want peace, that you're a dove, that you want peaceful outcomes. That will be true on the 1st. Everybody's changeable. We all can change one way to another. We all have a certain anchor that we come in with, of course, with our genetics, our predispositions and upbringing. But you know, life teaches us, and we can learn. And so you're going to have your more dovish sides come out, your more peaceful nature, wanting olive branch to be able to be given to people that you get along with on the 1st. So, you know, where your Mars side wants to make peace with Cancer individuals, your Pluto wants to oppose them. So, but remember, your iron will is overcome by your unconscious. So on the 1st, maybe just don't try so hard to fix your relationships with people with strong Cancer attributes in their chart. Try more to just understand yourself. That would be a good time, you know, in matters of love, to really try to get into your own emotional nature. We're going to talk more about this when we get into the health aspect, because there's some good information for you there. Okay. Now, moving along, in love matters, on the 3rd, there's a full moon in Leo. So Leos are going to be a little kooky on the 3rd. It's a snow moon, a full moon in Leo. On the 6th, Mars is trining Pluto. Now that's, you'll get along well with yourself on the 6th. So all the things that you're concerned about, give yourself some time. And on the 6th, in matters of love, you'll get along with yourself better, so you'll know what you want. Because you don't really have a problem attracting, you know, people who are amorous, or attracting suitors in whatever situation. But you get confused. So, you know, because your Pluto and Mars aspect go against each other sometimes in alignment, so that's when you get confused. So on the 1st, you're not going to be in alignment with yourself, or people who are very emotional, or Cancer persons, or people with strong attributes in the sign of Cancer. Alright, Scorpio, just to run over the 6th again, because it's a little complicated, because it's you opposing yourself and that kind of thing. On the 6th of February, Mars trines Pluto. And that's your iron will, not your true will, but your iron will, coming in alignment with your unconscious mind. And the unconscious mind always wins, and it's going to work through your iron will, or the part of you that kind of says right back at you. And you won't be aware up front of what your unconscious is going to do. But at least you'll be in a congruent situation with yourself. At that point, on that day, you're going to be very, very powerful on the 6th of February, Scorpio. Now, Luna opposing Mars on that same day makes your emotions something that could get out of whack if you allow yourself to become angry, especially with people with strong Cancer attributes in their chart. So, just make sure that your iron will doesn't become angry in some situations. You won't be angry at yourself that day. You'll be angry at other people that day. And you'll win. So just understand that, because you don't want it to get out of control. You understand? On the 8th, Venus sextile Pluto puts your spousal relationships into a good aspect with your unconscious mind, Kof, in the back of the head, that will come forward. And, well, that could be the subconscious, but the back of the head, there's parts of us that are just completely unknown to us. And it's the unconscious mind we're talking about, Pluto, not just the subconscious. Now, Luna squares Pluto on the 9th. So that means your emotions are going to be in a hard aspect with your, again, unconscious mind. So here we go again with the subconscious, conscious, and unconscious. The subconscious is your own lunar aspects. The unconscious is more of a group mind, your oversoul. And if you take it far enough, it's the unconscious mind of the complete world soul. So you get, when it's the unconscious mind, it's more of a conduit for what everybody's thinking, how we all think together. On the 9th, it's a hard square to your emotions. On the 12th, Luna trine Mars will put you into a better facet with your own emotions and with people who are Aries, and also with your Cancer friends or people with strong Cancer attributes in their chart. The 14th, Luna square Mars, that's going to make that difficult again, so you understand, and that's your iron will. It's just not a good month to worry too much about your relationships with other water signs or your emotional relationships, because you will win and you may become angry. So maybe just focus on yourself, because you'll be learning to get along better with yourself. And just for February, especially up until the 20th, when Mars is in Pisces, and then on the 21st, Mars goes into Aries for the remainder of the month. And Pluto, for the entire month of February, is going to be in Capricorn. So it's more of a good month to deal with things that are things you can get your hands on. You can get your mind around, not elusive emotions and all this combative emotions. Just focus on yourself in February and focus on practicalities. Not a good month to focus on emotional relationships. Just stick with what you know in February. All right. On the 18th to the 19th, we're going to have a new moon in Pisces, and Pisces individuals are going to be feeling very empty. And that's a fellow water sign. You don't really need to worry about trying to be there for them. You need to be there for yourself. You can help where you can, but you need to focus on yourself again in February. Now, Venus conjunct Mars on the 22nd, and you'll be getting along better, again with yourself. Your right and left brain will be getting along better with itself. And therefore, relationships between you and people of the opposite sex will be in a good aspect. You won't be arguing so much. And Mars trine Saturn on the 26th is going to have a time when you'll get along very, very well with people with strong Capricorn and Aquarius attributes. And remember that since Pluto is in Capricorn during February, you're going to have pretty good aspect with Capricorn and Aquarius. Okay, especially Capricorn, because of the Pluto aspect. Now for health matters, Barchiel's transmission for your health matters, Scorpio. The first, you just don't want to have a situation where you're getting involved with people sexually that you don't know, or to take risks. You shouldn't be doing that anyway, but that's your own personal business. However, it will end badly in February if you get into these kind of situations. It's just there's some bad aspects here regarding, there's some good aspects, but there's a lot of bad aspects regarding people, contracting sexually transmitted diseases in February with some of these hard aspects regarding Pluto and Mars. And of course there's days when it's better and days when it's worse. But seriously, this month is not a good month to deal with that. It's a good month to just focus on your health and focus on being more strict with yourself. That'll serve you better to get into an alignment with the strictness of the Pluto in Capricorn all month. Whereas Mars, again, in Pisces, the first part of the month up to the 20th, and then from the 21st on, it'll be in Aries. So you're going to tend to want to give in to other people's ways of thinking. When the Mars aspect is in Pisces in February from the 1st to the 20th, don't do it. Don't give in. Stand your ground. Then when Mars goes into Aries on the 21st, simply don't get angry, because then you understand that all the pent-up aggression would come out then if you allowed it. So what would happen is a passive-aggressive situation where I give in, I give in, I give in, and I blow. I give in, I give in, I give in, and I blow. Okay? You don't want that to happen. So don't give in from the 1st to the 20th, and then you won't get angry from the 21st to the 28th. And then that you won't have problems with your liver, which is caused from anger, and you won't have, problems feeling insecure, and fearful, which can cause the spleen and the kidneys to have reduced amounts of positive Ki going into those organs. You don't want a lot of anxiety and anger built up, because that will just make you ruminate, and when you get resentful, that is what actually causes pathological forms of diseases and cancer. There's a lot of difficulty with people being concerned about who are the sign of Cancer and the word cancer, and why is this being used? Why was this done? At the end of the day, all you have to do is not be resentful, and all you have to do is take responsibility for absolutely everything that happens to you. Take full responsibility for everything, and then you're not a victim. And then anything that might become carcinogenic becomes instead something that can heal you, like a stem cell. You understand. Now for your afterglow, the first, Luna opposes Pluto. On the first, Luna is trine Mars. On the third, we have a full moon or a snow moon in Leo. We have on the 6th, remember it's kind of complicated on the 6th, Mars trine Pluto and Luna opposing Mars. On the 8th, we have Venus sextile Pluto. The 9th, Luna square Pluto. The 9th, Luna, the 9th, Luna square Pluto, on the 12th, Luna trine Mars. On the 14th, Luna square Mars. 18th to the 19th, we have a new moon in Pisces. And the 22nd, Venus conjunct Mars, and finally the 26th, Mars trine Saturn. And remember that Pluto is in Capricorn all month. And again, Mars in Pisces to the 20th, and in Aries from the 21st to the end of the month. All right. Thank you for joining us, Scorpio. This is Pastor Rosemary. Thank you for joining us, and join us again next month.